Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amused Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to be reviewing a bunch of stuff from two different companies, Mattel, Hasbro and Hasbro, Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, and Star Wars. So, first thing we're going to do is the G.I. Joe Hasbro Vypra. Now, this figure, I am not very familiar with this figure. As I've said before, the G.I. Joe that I know of, grew up in, is basically from cartoons. I never really had a chance to read the comic books, so I don't know much about Vypra. On top of that, this seems to be under their Python Patrol line, which I'm not really, again, very familiar with, and I'm not really that interested in. The only reason I bought the Python Patrol Crimson Guard is because they were half off, and I felt that was a good deal. But I was able to purchase it. I figured, you know what? Oh, and also I'm not into ninjas when it comes to G.I. Joe. When it comes to G.I. Joe, I want military figures, and ninjas aren't my thing. The only one that I might like is Storm Shadow and oh shoot, Snake Eyes. I'm sorry, it's getting one of those days. But yeah, and then the other one I might know is Jinx as a ninja. But anyway, I have her in hand, so let's see what's going on. There's not much in terms of portraits because she's got a hooded hood. But whatever's there is there, and it seems to be nicely painted. But you know, when it comes to Hasbro, I'm rarely disappointed by their head sculpts anyway, because they seem to concentrate on that. This is not a reused buck body, so that's a good plus for them. I went ahead and decided to get it anyway because, like I said, it's not a reused body, so it will stand out in my collection. Let's look at the articulation of the head. She can look up pretty well. Oh, and also, as you can see on the head sculpt, she's got all these symbols on the headband that is actually sculpted on, like these. So it's not like a really plain head. It is a plain head because it's just a skull cap and everything, but you know, or a ninja head. But she can look up like so. The neck is on a separate piece, so it does move, but it's kind of irritating because now I have to make sure it's kind of on straight. She can look down like that much, and a little bit of tilt on the head. This is a softer rubber overlay on the body, and if you look inside that, she does have butterfly joints, but that's all going to be hampered by the simple fact that she has this design that's basically going to hamper all that beautiful bull butterfly joint that they work so hard to give, but we can't use at all. So I'm just seeing, so this one doesn't even move, the butterfly joint that they put on there, not the way the McFarlane does. And then it has, this is a softer rubber, whatever this shoulder plate is, that's attached to the ball joint of the shoulder. So it does move up, but that's as much as it will go up on the shoulder, because everything is just being hampered. Really a shame. They worked hard on it, but just the design of the character is just hampering everything. Double jointed elbow, as you can see. This hand is on an up and down hinge, while this one is on left and right hinge. Huh, interesting. The sash is done well. A lot of tilt back, not a lot of tilt forward. Why is that? I mean, even McFarlane does the same thing. She does have drop down thigh joints or hip joints. Got a cut on the leg, double jointed on the knees. Really gummy plastic, guys. Really gummy plastic. I don't like that. but I mean, I guess it won't break, right? A cut on the boot, up and down on the ankle, and with an ankle rocker, and so, and then this is a rubbery part that all goes all the way to her mid torso. So yeah, obviously it won't allow you to get it up because again the design, but it's going up pretty high. This is the difference with what's going on with McFarlane and Hasbro and all that stuff. Because of the way they designed the crotch, when you click up the legs, it goes up straight. McFarlane can only do like this, which is kind of a shame. So that's it for the design. It does come in with the skull helmet. This for me is almost like the saving grace of this head sculpt, because I really do like that. Actually, I think I'm going to be displaying her with that skull cap on, or maybe can we use that on another Joe's head, like maybe Flint? Oh my, look at that. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That's just a saving grace for her now. I remember because Valaverse has that character that has a skull cap like this. And I was really impressed by that, and I'm glad that I can use this on another Joe head, because then I can just display her on her own like that. But then I can use this on, look at that, it actually, the nose of the character actually goes into the skull. Oh wow. Okay, now that just increased the value of that, because it just added another layer of displayability and all that stuff to another character or another toy in the line. The backpack is very simple. It's got the 2 sheets for the katanas, and this is basically for the arrows, and I'm assuming you can put the bow like that on this little peg, which is giving me a hard time because it's not long enough. It will stick in there, so do it like that, because the other way this thing will stick out. But it's not painted. It is what it is. It's very soft, rubbery. You know, it's not like it's, you know, you can pull it back or anything like that. This thing does have one small sheath for an arrow that you can put on like so, and then you have the 2 katanas, one long and one short. Oh, and look at this katana design. It's got a snake head on the hilt. Focus, come on, let's focus for me. There you go. Yeah, it's a shame that it's not painted or anything, but there's details there, so you can add the paint that you want and give this a really good. It's the same design for the hilt on this one. Really stand out a little bit more. But at least they painted the actual sword, and that looks cool like that. Oh, and I just realized it actually goes, huh, it has to be like this, because that's gonna look weird like that, which basically means the snake do face down like so. Then you put it behind her. Oh, that's, see, kind of too long, and because there's like the overlay, you have to make sure the hole is properly thing, and because this is soft plastic, you can't just push it in, you know, you just have to kind of wiggle it in there. And then put this in. So that's basically it for me to display her. I know it's kind of boring and everything, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of ninjas and everything, so she'll go along with my ninja group of cobras, with Storm Shadow, and the rest of his Ninja Clan, which is spread out. This is a big one for me though. So that's it for Vypra. Next one we're gonna do is Darth Vader. I'm not a big Star Wars completist when it comes to Hasbro, but this was just too cool to have this face. This face is not based on Hayden Christensen. It seems more based towards the original actor, because I think this is supposed to emulate the scene from Return of the Jedi when he removes the masks and he also loses the hand as it was cut off by Luke. Look at that face though. Like I said, Hasbro does a lot of reuse and everything, but they concentrate on their resources on the head, and in this case that is beautiful. You can even see that the top of the head is actually painted different from the bottom one, and then you have the eyeshadows, and you have shadowing on the lips and on the cheeks, and then you have the burn scars here, and then you even have paint on the inside of the ear. The scar that he had over here in the face goes all the way to the back. That's well done. You can mess around with, you know, you can leave the body kind of like the way it is, book body and everything, but you do the face right, then you do a good job as far as I'm concerned. Cool thing about this head is, as you can see, it's actually a separate piece from the lower part of the armor, and it's not bad. I mean, it's got a lot of movement and everything. Look at that. Look at that. You know. The other thing though, this is basically a basic reuse of the old Darth Vader body. I have now 3 copies of Darth Vader, but you know, it's Darth Vader. I don't think you can have too much Darth Vader. The only thing is, because of the gimmick of removing the helmet, and there's no, it's so thin that they really couldn't put any kind of peg system or anything to attach it to the lower part of the helmet. So the best you can do is kind of push that in as much as you can, but not too much, because it's just gonna warp it. And then you put on the helmet and everything is basically just held by friction. You put it like that and then you stand him up and you're done. You can't move him. But I have 2 other Darth Vaders, so I'm okay. The thing with this, the gimmick on this one, is the fact that you can remove the helmet and then you can have him displayed like so. If you have somehow been able to do a meditation chamber, you can have him sitting down in the meditation chamber. You can have him lying on the side over here, and then you can have Luke lying beside him, pulling his dad away from the dying father, from Palpatine, at the end of Return of the Jedi. And he's, you know, it's like, "You're right, Luke. You're right. There was still some good in me." And you pull off the head like so, and then you put in the cut off part, and then that's it. This is the only thing you have. That I wish they had like an extra hand, because this just detracts too much. But even though it's not a good display to have him helmeted on, I feel like the gimmick is having this over here to the side, and then have him like laying as he's dying close to Luke. That's the money shot like that. Right. So I like it. It just, now there's a new Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan, or from the Kenobi series, that has the helmet broken and cracked, and you can see Hayden Christensen's face in that one. Am I gonna get that? Initially I'm gonna say no, but I have 2 Darth Vaders. I can display as a New Hope and then return. That's complete, and then I can display this guy like so with a broken hand, and this one I wouldn't even need that, and then this one, and then the Hayden Christensen one with a broken. I feel okay. I'm gonna get it. Stupid Hasbro. Alright, I'm gonna support that. I'm gonna get it. It's a nice display for my Darth Vader. So that's it for Hasbro. I'm not gonna talk about the articulation because we know about the articulation, right, guys? The only thing I'm gonna say is that this cape, I've said it before in my reviews of the Darth Vader, this cape is just money. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice this, like 2 pieces. I thought it was just 1 piece in the back. It's not 2 pieces, but it's cut in the back. Huh. I wonder why they did that. But this cape has a nice drape to it. Just really, I love this material that they use with this one. Like, you can pin it to the side and have him like just like this, you know. But it drapes really well for a 1/12 figure. So that's it for Darth Vader Hasbro. I like that one. I feel like my money that I pay for that is good. This one is okay. It's okay. The skull cap, this makes it worthwhile because I can put that in another figure. So the last figure we're going to review today is the Mattel version. The Masterverse Mattel. HeMan. I'm trying to think of a line or a figure I've gotten from this line that I've kind of regretted getting, and I just can't think of anything. I just really love the way Mattel is doing. This is $32.99 I got from Target. It's Target exclusive. I don't know anything about this figure. I haven't seen, at this point I was old enough that I wasn't watching this part of HeMan, the New Adventures.
This is a reminder. Medication.
Sorry about that. That's just a medication reminder.
This is a reminder.
But $32.99 for this figure. And ever since they moved away from the first waves, I haven't been disappointed with Mattel's Masterverse. I love this figure. Look at that head sculpt. Now, the Man-Child's channel, he was usually the first ones to get it, was commenting on the fact that this should have been removable, and he had to force it, really almost breaking it by going into the inside of this one. He said, like, Mattel said that this thing was supposed to be removable and interchangeable, because it does come with another head sculpt, and he had to force it. And that seems to be the case with mine as well. I would have to force it to get it out, and I'm not sure I'm willing to do that. But we'll see, okay? We'll see. But I do love that head sculpt. I'm sorry about the glare, but obviously because of the dome is there. Really mad face, but it's got paint apps and everything. Then look at the armor detail and the paint app on that. I mean, you could put a wash in it and amplify the design of the armor, but I'm okay with it the way it is. I mean, there's people out there that could make it better, but I'm okay the way it is. So you got this one, so you can open it up later if you want. I wonder. Let's take this out. I really do like the fact that these are tight, so, and they're kind of rubby, so I haven't broken any of the pegs so far. I like the fact that it's, oh, look at that. Man-Child, that's how you do it, dude. Now you can replace it with this head sculpt. Oh, look at that. This is a fatter head sculpt. He had to basically like destroy his to remove it. Oh my god. But I applaud you, man. I love the fact that you're getting your figures first and you're showing the reviews and all that stuff. And it helps the rest of us that aren't so willing to destroy their figures so much. Alright, so let's put this back on. And I love the fact, look at this thing. This does not hamper the articulation at all. I love that. And it adds to the figure. And look, it's actually got a wash. It's not a good wash, but it's got, they attempted it, right? Same thing with the legs over here. They attempted something to make it less boring. And you can tell in some of the figures they did where they didn't do something like that, and it just seems so plain. So plain. But even though it's not a good wash, there is a wash in there, and I applaud Mattel for doing that. And there's the bottom part. Brand new sculpts, guys. And the feet, I really wish the feet were painted, or the nails were painted, and everything. So $32.99 McFarlane. This is the reason why I couldn't support your figures for $29.99, even though, you know, even though this thing's got wings, right? Look, it's almost the same size. But you're asking $29.95 for this one. This is $32.99. What came with this one? A mace, basic stand like this, and a bunch of wings. You know what came with this guy? Oh my God. A second head sculpt. Some sort of drone with a removable head or a crystal. A backpack. Look at that. It's not painted. It's got a lot of details. An axe that doubles as a weapon gun. Again, not painted. It's basically just some sort of silvery plastic. But the details there. Look at how many hands this thing came with. Aside from the one that's on there right now, I didn't even realize he had got webbed fingers. Right? Relaxed webbed fingers, gripping hands, and 2 fisted hands. Right? So that's 6 hands. And then on top of that, you have these tentacles. It's not bendable, but they're tentacles. It's not painted, but there's detail. $32.99. All that stuff. You're going to compare it. Okay, I'm going to be fair. I'm not even going to pull out Sinestro, right? You're going to compare because this has a more impressive look. With this, and that's all it came with, is a mace. And that. You can tell the distaste coming off of my tone, right? I cannot support that. I have to find a better way of letting the company know that's not good enough. This has so much playability installed in it because Mattel even says, well, you can take out the head, put this on there, and this one, I guess this one does not come off. I think that's the reason why he was thinking that you can put that, but you don't need the dome for this one. So the way he was doing it is that you can put, what is this, like a weapon or something? You can use this as kind of like a tentacle thing and have him like standing like Doc Ock. I guess in the secondary head. That's creepy as heck, man. Sorry. Basically like that. I'm your twin brother. What? What? Or get out. Get out. Get out. Put this. Oh no. Oh no. I'm your twin brother. What? That's the only thing. This thing is kind of out, so I'm not sure. That's actually kind of cool to look at. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot about this one. This one goes in here. And then you can attach the other. I'm not going to push it in all the way. And have Slush-head. By the way, like I said, I'm not familiar with his character, Slush-head, but I just love his quirky design. I'm like, I'm all the way in with Masters, man. What can I say? They're just hitting everything I want. Even figures I don't even know anything about. They're just... Even the new design for Skeletor, I don't have it yet, but I'm getting that one too, because, like, you know, why not? Look at that. Or you can have him holding it like it's a gun. We have options. So that's cool. And then Manchild was playing with his, and he was putting this behind here. I'm your twin brother. This is not right. No wonder he's mad and grumpy. Oh, look at that. The tentacles actually has articulation of going up and down. Oh, cool. All of them? Yep, all of them do. So if you don't want to be creeped out by the fact that he's got a second head in there, I suppose you can put this one in again and just have it like that. That is super busy. I think the way I would display it is kind of like it's creepy, but he will have a twin brother. And that just basically created, maybe I can, yeah, he just stands up like that. That basically created, oops, sorry about that, a secondary figure. Look at that, man. A secondary figure for $32.95. The options just makes it a tremendous value to get this. How could you not say that this is way beyond more than I want? So yeah, Mattel, you guys are doing a great job giving us figures we don't even know, we may not even want, but the enjoyable factor, the value is just skyrocketing for this particular figure. And then if you happen to get to Target and have them on clearance at 50%, even more so. But that's it for now for my review. Thank you for watching again. I hope you guys enjoyed and found some information you can use. I will see you again soon. You guys have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye.